Hello everybody and welcome back to my Minecraft hardcore world. Last week we came back from the nether and I finally got my quartz and I actually got some stuff up and running. And if you were with us two weeks ago, you would have heard about the charcoal farm, and I talked about how I needed quartz so that I can make the comparators so that I could get it running and making it fully functioning. So now that we have it, all I have to do is put some spruce logs in there, and then it goes into a hopper, goes into a furnace, and then when it smelts, it goes into a dropper, shoots back up, and then goes into this chest. And then it just, if I need more charcoal, it smelts it. So I have an infinite fuel now, which means I'm probably going to build a super smelter at some point. So that might be next week. And I also had some changes with the iron farm from also a few weeks prior. Trapdoor used to be here. Since I was able to make that also more automated, if you come down here is the new setup. It makes it into iron blocks, and I have it make myself bone meal. This is the little getup we got going here. It's probably not as efficient as it could be, but I did it without, looking anything up. So it's that's fully me that built that, so that's probably why it's not as good as it can be. Now the main focus of today is right here. All this stuff, I got soul sand and whatnot. I'm now fully capable of making potions and stuff. So I'm going to make a really cool brewing room. It's going to be that right here behind the villager trading hall. And now that I'm thinking about potions and remembering last week's video, yeah, I saw in the recording, if you had saw the video, there were ghast tears from that ghast I killed that I just didn't get, which very much disappoints me because ghast tears are part of potion brewing, and I wish I had those because I think there was 2 of them. It was more than 1. Okay, let's get things started. So in my head, I want this to be relatively big because I actually have something else planned that I want to put on top of it. I know it sounds a little confusing, but I'm going to leave that for next week because I said the super smelter, but when I said that, I forgot about this part. So next week might be what I put on top of my brewing hall is what I'm going to call it. So in my head, I want to do like something like this. Okay, the shovel's nuts. I want to make like a circle, and then in the circle have soul sand and have my nether quartz in the middle of the thing. And I want that to be like recessed into the floor, and then when you go upstairs, do like a big circle around it, and have that just be like the main room, and have it just be like a big open plan, and then I want to make it just go up. So I kind of need to get the dimensions right for this. And by get dimensions right, just kind of feel it out on how big I want it to be. It needs to be a circle, so I'm kind of winging this like that. It's almost big enough, but it's not. So we're gonna make this even bigger. The problem with stuff like this is that I can very easily make it too big, and that worries me. Like, I don't want to make this too big, but at the end of the day, I also don't want it to be small, because that does feel like that's good enough, like for the center point, because this thing is going to be a raised build by my plans. So I'm going to just, for starters, we're going to make stone bricks, because that's actually what the build's going to be made out of. Okay, first, I want to fill this with soul sand. That is not a pleasant noise. I'll be fully honest with you. And for some reason, it is hanging my computer. Can't tell if you can see that or not, but that looks really weird. Okay. So recessed into the floor is our soul sand. Is that good? Because then let's make the stairs. Okay, hoping that I don't have to move this chest, because that'll actually make me angry. Oh, do I want to do tiles on the floor, or do I want to do bricks? Because there's these. Because if so, then these stairs are kind of pointless. Because then I want to make the walls bricks, so then the floors can be tiles. Okay, here we're going to do tiles. The thought would be, like, on every spot, we have, that's funny seeing all those cats. So it'd be like that. Recessed into the floor. What if it's like this? How would this look? Okay, this is the fun part. I actually do enjoy building, because I think I am getting slightly better at it. Like that trading hall, I proved to myself that I'm capable of building in this game more than anyone else. Like, now the question is, how big does this chest is gonna have to be moved? Dang it. So yeah, let's make this fully a circle, because this is gonna purely stay like, it's gonna basically be like a cylinder of a build, which I'm hoping doesn't come back to bite me, because that's overly complicating things. Now the real question is, how like big do I want it to be, like the outer floor? Because I'm just doing the floor plan right now. But when I enter, do I want it to look like, why did the doors do that? Do I want it to look like this? And then we would do like be the outside, and then you walk in. Is this really tough to decide? Because do I want it one bigger? Or two bigger? Or is that a good size? Because once I commit to it, I can't uncommit. Because then the outer layer... Because part of me is almost then considering doing, like, stone walls here. I almost don't want that to end up being a decision that I physically can't make because it'd be too small then. Okay, so off of this, 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm just gonna do it on every side. Yeah, I don't want to go too much bigger because then it's gonna get too close to this. Because this is already gonna be a big enough build as is. We just have to kind of just fill it in until it's a circle. What the heck, that just loaded in weird. So this is the circular build. It's more of a diamond than a circle now that I look at it. Like yeah, a perfect circle. These would be. I would place these and then. I do it like that. Like if I do it like this, and then do one more, that might be better. Now that I think about it, it's better. Okay, I definitely think that's better. To get a good feel, I'm gonna start placing the nether quartz because I want to see. Yeah, no, this is definitely like what I want. Like you run around here, and you got this like inside path that you can go through. So you walk in here. Here's your room. Here's your nether quartz. Wall's gonna be going up. On either side, you're gonna have like brewing stations. I'll have brewing stands, and then on this back wall, there'll be a bunch of chests that have like potion ingredients. And then for the ceiling, it's gonna just continue. It's just gonna go up pretty high, and then I have something that I'm gonna put on top of it. I might go through with what I'm planning. I might not. If I don't, I might do like a glass dome. Could look cool. And the way I might make the ladder going up is I might have it drop down and then you jump up onto the ladder. Like a big pillar in the middle of the room. And I do want the walls that go up to be a mixture of like spruce logs. Because I'm gonna have like spruce logs here. Does that create a weird like option on the build? Wait, but no, it doesn't, because the plan then is to put bricks here. Because I'm making... Those are the walls. Yeah, I'm gonna need a lot of deep slate. I might not even have enough deep slate. Sorry, but like this... about maybe how weird it feels listening to me doing this, but like... I don't want to just sit here and just show the building to you and just be like, oh, here you go. Like, I'm trying to show the process and talk you through my thought process as I'm building. So that's... But I guess if you're watching this, then you kind of assume that. Why else would you be watching this? If you didn't want to hear me commentate over the build. So, that's... I don't know, I just had a rant with myself there. Okay, this is a behemoth of a build that I've decided to create. What am I doing? This is gonna be the biggest build on the world. To date, we'll probably top it eventually, but as of right now, this boy is big. And I probably won't be finishing it because, like I said, I think next week is gonna be the on top part. So this week's gonna be just focused on setting up the walls, setting up the main build, and then I will probably do some off-camera touch-ups and stuff, and then get next week's ready for... I'm just gonna go ahead and say I want to put like an observatory on top, some sort of like dome observatory thing like on top of it. I think that sounds like that'd be a cool build. That you have the brewing hall here, and then you go up, and then up inside of it is like this really cool... It's like stargazing, like... It's gonna be pointedly meaningless, but it's gonna then create a good look to the build. And if you have anyone watching, if you see this and go, I know what he could add that would make things look way cooler, please tell me, because that's the kind of stuff I need. Any tips and tricks and build ideas that you've got for me, please comment them down below, because I would love to hear them, because I would love to incorporate that kind of stuff into my build. So right now, like these walls and stuff, it's the idea I've got in my head, and I'm hoping to add some stuff to like make it not feel as plain. Like, I'm just trying to get the main stuff down the way I did with that one, and then I'll go back in and hopefully, like, texture. Maybe I'll do, like, moss on the outside or whatnot and give it some greenery feel. Because the real question here that I'm having is how tall do I want this to be? Because if I'm putting an observatory on top of it, I feel like it has to be pretty darn tall. But I don't know. But since I've got the main part here, I might come and set up some chests and set up... I think I might make 4 brewing stands and do, like, one here, on either side. So I'm gonna get the brewing stands because I don't have those made yet. And then since I have brewing stands, I'll probably do like a crafting table. I'm gonna put like a cauldron on this side. Actually, let me get a cauldron real quick. normally keep some iron on me, but I guess when I built the thing for that over there, I didn't keep anything on me, so I didn't have any iron. And wait, did I use up all my wood? How did that happen? Now, I don't know how this will look, but like, just put some slabs here, and then maybe, this is actually really tough. I don't know how I want to do this. If I just, for now, I'm just going to place this here. It'll be like a brewing stand, because maybe I'll put some stuff in with this. I'm going to go get my brewing stands. I got 4 brewing stands now, so if we have like 2 on here on this side, and then if we do, I want to kind of like offset these a little bit like on this side, and then what if I do get some spruce stairs and then make this interesting looking and more intricate. I feel like I should also do like a stair here, even if it's only one on one side. Like if we do like, it's not the way I wanted it. That I almost feel like I need a cauldron on both sides. So if we have a cauldron, we do one on like the right side here, and then maybe we do another cauldron, but this time we put a trap door over it, and then we put some like some leaves on it and make it like a plant. Does that feel like stupid, or am I cooking? This one, and then trap door, and then there'll be like leaves, and that'll be like a plant spot. And now I want to make some chests. We're gonna make like, yeah, I know the spot here in the hole. I'm not moving that until the very end. I made a bunch of chests. Now the plan here is that middle, like, I'm just gonna have them just in the middle, and then I'll leave the other sides open, and then I might even then run something up the sides with them. Okay, now one of my big focuses is I really want to make this really tall, but the question is how tall, because I don't know how tall I want to make this. Like, that is so difficult to decide, and I'm now realizing I was over at the house. I need more deep slate, so I'm gonna run back over there and get all the deep slate I have in my inventory. Okay, I have as much cobbled deep slate now as possible, which I'm going to turn into bricks because I'm going to be making so many bricks. Okay, I really need to figure out how high I want this build to be, because that is really important, because I don't want it to be like squat. Like, it needs to be tall so that the height feels like it shadows the width, which is actually what the problem with me making it so wide, because it makes it that I need to make it even taller now to make that like a reality. Now that I'm up here, I realize I should count how wide it is so that I can make it taller than the width. Like 20 blocks wide. So realistically, it should be at least like 30 blocks tall for the dimensions to make sense. I might try 30 and see what 30 looks like, and then we'll go from there. So I'm gonna actually just cut this down to the base, and then we'll go up 30. That is 30. Good grief, that's tall. I almost was gonna do 40, but I'm glad I decided to say 30 before I did that. That is tall. I was gonna just drop down with my feather falling. That is too much of a fall for me to just say, yeah, let's just use feather falling. That is, yeah, that's high. That's high up, but that's honestly, it might need to be higher than that. So I'm gonna just fill all this in, these logs to deep slate. I'll give you a nice little quick time lapse of me filling that in. And when we get back, I will kind of just mill over what I think it looks like. And then I might go over some more touches that I want to do. I'll consider whether or not I build it taller. And we will reconvene then. So I will see you in hopefully like, it'll be like 10 or some minutes for me. It'll probably only be like 3 for you, or not even 3. So I'll see you then. Alrighty, that is finally done. That took quite a bit of time, and there is the behemoth in all its glory. Oh, that is pretty big. And honestly, even though I feel like for it to be like the big ominous tower that I want it to be, that is actually just the okay size for now, because the dome on top is gonna probably add an extra like 10 blocks. So that's actually probably good to do 30 instead of 40. Because if I did 40, then the extra 10 would add up to 50. So the 40 that I think that I want of appearance right now will be added in time with the dome that's going to go on top, either the observatory or just a glass dome. I'll decide in between episodes whether or not I do that. And when you come inside, here we go. Here's look. That's what I had fun. Pretty much this is all the room is, but I just wanted it to be that you come in and you just look up and it's just this big whew. And then now that this is all done in my head, I want some stained glass in the walls, like on either side. And part of me wants it to be yellow because I think it would the yellow and the black feel along with the brewing rods. So I would partially kind of want it to be like some deep like just yellow stained glass in between. So I'm gonna go get the glass that I need, and then we're gonna have to get a bunch of dye. So I'm hoping that I have a bunch of glass. I might have to smelt a ton, and if so, then I might be doing a jump cut. And you'll see me once I have all that sand gathered and all that glass melted. So even though I already have this marked, I'm just making sure I didn't stupidly throw it anywhere. Now, there's no... Wait, no, I had glass in my chest over here, didn't I? Oh my gosh, look at that. Oh, you can see it from all the way over the crest of the hill. That's actually hilarious. And it's not even done yet. Once I, like, give it, like, the mossy outcrop look and maybe even throw in some, like... this is where I wish... Is there cracked deep slate? I wish that was the thing, because I would want to throw in some cracked deep slate bricks if that existed. I don't think that exists, but... Now that I'm remembering it, as I'm running by... The idea board here has been left a little unloved. Like Iron Farm, that was already done. Yeah, like that doesn't need to be there. Villager Trading Hall, that was already done. Why is that still there? Expand Mob Farm, that hasn't happened. Build a dock, that hasn't happened. Charcoal Farm, that was already done. Like I need more ideas. So how about the Super Smelter? Super Smelter, and we're in the middle of the brewing hall, but we'll do observatory. Yeah, and these are community ideas. Please drop community ideas down below. I would love to see them. 3 stacks and then half. Yeah, okay, I have enough. I only need to be okay, okay, so I'm gonna smelt all this up and turn it into yellow stained glass. So I'll be back with you guys shortly once I have all that smelted, and I'm gonna be climbing up and putting the glass in. Yeah, I actually think that if I do it on all sides, and then, yes, it does, once again, as I said, kind of look stupid right now, because there's literally no ceiling, like, no dome on the roof that I want, and then there's literally no exterior decorations, so of course it looks bland. Like, that's, like, I need screener at the side, I need hanging lanterns with chains and stuff going to give the vibe, like, it's just that simple. It's gonna look bland at first, but it's eventually gonna get spruced up, and then it will look really nice. So, alright, so now I just need to replicate on all sides, which is kind of annoying, which means simply just need to start building up to it. Because it's 1, 2... Alright, all the glass is in and looking good. So I think once there's a roof on, and then maybe I'll have to do some like inside stuff, maybe even some vines and whatnot inside to give it that like old feel to it. But that's kind of what I have going, and that's just about all we have time for. It's almost giving like the whole, you know, in the village they have the giant tower with the brewing guy in it. He's got his stained glass windows and whatnot. It's kind of giving that, but bigger. Like I almost could replicate it by like making this go out like a little bit, which maybe I will. I don't know, but we'll see. Until then, that's just about all we've got time for. So plans for next week will be either finishing up this, if I don't do more touch-up work in between, and working on the observatory that I plan to place on top of this, which I think will look cool and give it that extra touch of detail and to cap the whole build off. Pun intended. So thank you so much for sticking down to the end. If you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe, and stay tuned for next week where I will be doing more Minecraft things on my hardcore world, new builds, more fun stuff. Stay tuned. Thank you for watching, and peace.